Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Drop Lab. I'm back in the garage and you guessed it, I'm back on the 720. Today, what I'm going to be doing is upgrading my front brake rotors and calipers from the stock, well, I guess you could say it's stock, but it's actually off of a Toyota because my truck's been converted from 5-lug, or actually from 6-lug to 5-lug using a Toyota rear axle and a set of Toyota front hubs. And what I'm going to be using to upgrade my brakes and calipers is the rotors and calipers off of a Nissan 300ZX. I know it's a little confusing. The stock ones that are on there now from the Toyota are actually 10-inch calipers. No, they're not 10-inch calipers, they're 10-inch rotors. The ones I'm going to be upgrading to are 11-inch rotors. And I know that's only an inch, but every inch counts, right? So we're going to be using these Nissan 300ZX Z32 calipers, and we're going to be using these Nissan 300 11-inch rotors. So let's get started. Okay, we got our truck jacked up, we got our stop blocks in place, got our jack stands in place, and there are two 19mm bolts, one at the top here and one at the bottom. Once we take those out, we should just be able to pull the caliper away. So let's get those out. Top one's out, and the bottom one's out. So our caliper just pulls away. Now I got a zip tie. I'm just gonna zip tie it right up here out of the way because I'm not ready to disconnect it, but we do need it out of the way so we can get all our parts mocked up. Let me see. There, it's out of the way. So now we need to get our rotor off. And in order to do that, we need to pull this cap, this dust cap. Take our dust cap off, just like that. Now we've got our cotter pin and our crown. Needle nose pliers, straighten out this cotter pin. Pull it out, just like that. Take this off. Behind that, you'll find this retainer washer. Then we should be able to pull the hub along with the bearings right off the spindle. You want to watch this one in the front, you don't drop it. There you go, just like that. We'll get over there to the table and we'll get it apart. Okay, we got both of our hubs back over here on the workbench. This one is off my Nissan, but it's actually for a Toyota, and it is a rear mount style. So the rotor is actually behind the hub and it's bolted through. This on the 300 would have been an over the hub style. So it would have went over the hub and you would have had these two holes that would have bolted it to the face of the hub. So I had to actually have this one machined out so it would go behind. They had to make this center hole larger to match the Toyota one, and they had to add these 5 holes so that this hub could bolt to the face of it. Now this has 5 14mm bolts that are bolting it together. So let's get these out. Okay, that took a little persuading with the rubber mallet, but we got it apart. Here's our hub, and it should fit right in there, just like that. Put these bolts in. That looks good. Bolted together. Let's get on the truck, see what we got. Okay, we're back here at the truck. One thing I forgot to mention is we're going to have to take this shield off because this shield is set up for a 10-inch diameter rotor and our new one is going to be 11 inches, so it's going to be too small. I might end up reusing this shield and just flattening out this lip or cutting this lip off and putting it back on. So let's see if we can get this off real quick. Okay, that's off, out of the way. Now let's try our caliper on. Not our caliper, our rotor. Let's try our rotor on our new rotor. Now I'm just going to put this washer on along with this nut just to hold it on there. Okay, we got our rotor on. Now let's get our caliper in place. Put our bolts in. Slide the caliper behind there. Okay, it looks like our bolts are going to be too long, so we're going to have to get shorter bolts. That's what it looks like. Our bolts are making contact with the rotor. We could probably add some washers to actually pull our bolts back a little bit so we can still tighten them. So we can still use these bolts. We just need to put some washers in there to pull them back a little bit. Okay, made a trip to Lowe's and picked up some washers. Actually, it's going to take 2 washers on each bolt. I'll try to put a link to these below, but the 2 washers on there help pull the bolt back so it doesn't make contact with our rotor. Okay, now our rotor should spin freely. That's what we want. Want to spin freely. Let's try our brakes in there. I don't know. Oh, they're going like this because there's the sensor. This one's gonna go over here. Yeah, they go in. Okay. That's good. Not gonna put the clip in. I just want to fit everything to make sure it's gonna work. So this is gonna be a 2-part video. In the second video, I'm gonna pull all this back off. Well, I'm gonna pull all this off before the video, but I'm going to paint the caliper and paint the rotor, and then we'll do our final assembly, make our line connection, bleed the brakes, and everything will be done. Hey guys, that does it for this video. And remember, if you found this video helpful, entertaining, or interesting, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you've got any questions, post them below. I'll do my best to answer it. So until next time,